Hello, hello, folks, and welcome to another straight to YouTube special. As we are going to be making the map well, right now I'm going to be using it for D&D tomorrow, but based off of when I anticipate we're going to be uploading this, it will be for the D&D session last night. So let's get started. Now, there's some stuff on my mouse pad, some crumbs or something. So let me get those away, and let's get started. All right. Now, as we said last time, the most important thing is that you want to build straight upwards when you're doing a map in Tabletop. So, let me see here. The plan today is that we're going to have a fight in an alleyway of some sort. So I need to start by thinking, what's the layout I want? Now, I've done a few different alleyway fights before, and I've had things where it's like little areas, like little storage areas back there. Those make for fine fights. I'm wanting to do something a little bit different this time. So what we're going to be doing this time is we're actually going to be making a cross section of 4 buildings with the road, the alleyway that goes in between them. Now that in particular is going to be exciting because the space is going to be limited. This is going to be a very crowded fight for limited space here, so I'm gotta kind of think to myself, do we need to make it bigger in certain ways? Do we need to have kind of these like for lack of a better term, like relief areas where people could just kind of like their characters could push? Because if it's, I want it to be hectic and I want it to be contained, but I don't want it to be unfun. That is the ultimate goal here, right? With D&D is we want to make something fun. So, the first question I'm going to ask myself is scale. Now, for the alleyway in the back, we're going to use this here as our stepping stone. Now, this is 5 feet, 5 feet, so this is 10 feet across. So an alleyway, I could see an alleyway being more than 10 feet in a big city while still being an alleyway. Um, Unfortunately, I can't really see it being 20 feet, so let me think how we want to do this here. I don't really have a good way to make it less than that, or make it like an odd number. I guess what we could do, and this is, to go to show you guys how I think when I do stuff like this, is that we could make each of these 5 feet and just say that we're going to be macro a little bit here. Now that I could definitely see, because then we would have the ability to do uh, 3 of these in a row. Now, that does make this really, really big. This map suddenly becomes a lot harder to manage if it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It just becomes a different scaling map. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to fiddle around with this and see how it feels. All right, so if this is 15 feet across, then that would mean is 25 feet this way. Okay. Now, because of how easy copy and paste is, we're just actually going to make this and then see if we like it. God bless copy paste. Okay. As far as an alleyway goes, that's pretty wide looking, but it's important to remember that these are not 10 feet, these are 5 feet. So let's actually go get a saved object here. We will use Mary for this, just to scale it appropriately. Just want to make sure I'm looking at this the way that it needs to be looked at. Okay, now see that's a believable alleyway. Because to think about it, there's going to be some stuff there, right? Like there's going to be buildings backed up here, so there's going to be boxes and barrels and other just crap and trash that people just leave in alleyways. So I like it. Let's make it a cross section and be sure, absolutely sure that we are happy with this. Let's count so we can be symmetrical here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 22. Unfortunately, 3 doesn't go into 22 very evenly, so we're not going to be perfectly in the middle here. So let's put it, we're going to take these 3 here, and that looks, let's do it here, actually. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so here is our alleyway road. Let's put Mary in the middle so we can see how it feels. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now we don't have to fill this in with other tiles, but we're going to because it becomes harder to set things like props on top of pieces if they're not exactly even. The props will behave in strange ways. It doesn't even necessarily mean that it's just going to lean off. Sometimes the props have just weird geometry that's invisible, and it messes it up. So it's always going to be best to have foundation over the entire thing. Now for us, what that means is we're going to do something clever here. Actually, we're going to save this tile, and we're going to do probably just some dirt. We'll do different colored dirt over here. Yeah, let's do. We don't want it to be too many different colors of dirt here. Let's put some of these. You know, a little a little happy trash right here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, perfect. The wind blows this way, so that's why there's going to be a lot of trash over here. Now, it's important to remember that doesn't mean there's not going to be a building on top, but it will look better if there's a little bit of difference. We don't want it to be too uniform. It can be uniform like this, and that'll look fine. Trust me on that. But if everything's one, then it doesn't look good. But you don't want to spend your entire time doing this, so you got to find that happy mid ground. The trick to this is remember where you pressed C. And I will show you what I mean over here. So it doesn't matter when it's just one tile, but it matters when it's two. So I'm pressing Control C, highlighting this tile here, which means when I Control V, it's going to start from here. And that one can't work there. Fine, just fine. Okay. So now we take this, put that there. And it is time to do an all-important... yep, see? Not quite. Are you okay? Okay, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, now the question, do we want this to be this color here, or this color here, and this color here? Basically, are we splitting this map that way, or that way? I would say X and Y, but then I could just do that and change it. So, ha 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 ha. Let's do it this way. Okay, and this is 6 by, well, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 by 8. We'll have to do another row. All right. Gonna start up here. Boom. Do we need to do another row? Not particularly. This looks because of this one we probably should. But let's do something. Oh wait, the building's gonna be here, right? Remember we said the wind pushes this one. Ha 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 ha. No 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 no. I'm aware there's a missing spot. Joke's on y'all, I had an extra one anyways. And I still had an extra one. Joke's on me. Oh, there were 2 extra ones. Now we've spent more time than if we just copy pasted the one. See? That's why. Okay, so we're getting along nicely here. We've got our base coat. So let's start locking things. And then we're going to save. Okay. Okay, I don't need any more of these. I have decided. Oh, wait, no, wait, that's not true. Ha 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 ha. That one, not this one. Okay, so we're going to do something neat here, and we're actually going to put this in reference to the rest of the street. And the way we're going to do that, not with Mary, but we're going to keep Mary in case we need that later, is by putting the street here. The street's going to go this way. That way. So let's do this here. And now see, the street is actually going to be bigger than 15 across, but we can't see the other side of it because it doesn't matter. So I don't like it when they touch this thing. We're actually just going to move this a little bit over here. Better. Okay. Alrighty. You know what we're going to do? We're going to... This is not important right now. So we're actually just going to remove it entirely. Orientation isn't super important. It rarely comes up. I like to leave it, usually, but it is not necessary here. All right. Okay. Perfect. So, let's see here. Now we need to populate it. Now we're going to start with the biggest stuff first, because this is all going to be on the same level. So work your way smaller. It is a lot easier to put accents on than it is to put a letter under an accent mark once you've made the accent mark. So buildings first. We're going to start with the same ones as last time. Castle parts, architecture, and village, town, city. Now let's see here. All right. Starting off strong. We're looking for buildings. I'm wanting buildings that look good when they're made bigger, and buildings that uh uh orient well. They have to match. So we're gonna be pulling some out here and doing some trial and error. So that's not a building, that's a tombstone. Platform, fence, possibly, but not now. Buildings, buildings, buildings. So this doesn't have any buildings. Okay. Let's try castle parts. Castle parts might. Walls. Yes, buildings. So we're gonna not use towers. The reason for that is there's not gonna be any guards here. This is going to be a very specifically chosen spot. And towers just evoke feelings of guards. They evoke, you know, feelings that we want to be careful playing with when we're doing a Mafia setting. So, let's see here. All right, all right, all right. We got some houses. That's a nice house. I haven't really decided where this is going to be yet. I just know it's going to happen. I kind of know the area. It's a nicer part of town. Well, not fancy, more of a party. Not that house. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. We don't want a small house. We're going for the feeling of being closed in. I want to do that. That's the feeling. I want this to be, like I said, like a condensed fight. It's going to be an interesting fight. Y'all don't know the enemies, but I do, and you will by the time you see this video. So hopefully it was an interesting fight. Cause yeah, I sure thought it would be. That's Star Wars. Okay. Oh, now we're talking. See, this is the kind of shit that you would have an alley behind. See, like, yeah, okay. All right, that gets me excited. Let's see, this is matching. We're gonna see about that one fitting. This kind of fits that vibe too, so we're gonna see that this is feeling less and less likely. Nope. I use this for temples. I like this one. The door is so high up that it doesn't look good unless there's a bunch of them, and it has to be really zoomed out. I just know that from experience. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. This might be too fancy, but we're gonna try it for now. We're gonna put it in the file. That's too big. I know that one. This is slightly different, therefore possible. Okay. Okay. And these are not the vibe I'm going for. Neither is that or that. This also. So this one. this is a weird little piece, right? It's just like, what is that for? I do not like this one because anything that when you blow it up shows that it is no longer has the picture. In this case, let's see, what does it say? Host store share photo bucket. No longer has the picture. Looks weird. Gotta be careful using those in bigger things. Urban buildings. Nah. Not feeling it. I just realized I'm not even playing my music. Hang on one second. Y'all don't get to hear it again, but haha, I do. Okay. At the same time, when I'm listening to music, I'm a lot less likely to talk, so we're going to turn the music off, and we're going to keep talking. Okay. Means I can take these headphones off. Sorry for this, folks. If I had tried this earlier and had done it, I would have just restarted the video, but here we are. All right. So these are our buildings. So we only need a few. We have 5 and we have 4 plots. Now that doesn't mean we only get to use 4, because we get to pick the scale of the building. So first things first. Here is our scale model. Mary is such a model. All right. Grow. Yeah. Damn, that's pretty perfect, actually. Okay. Okay, for this side, but here you go. Hey, look. Now it's definitely a back alleyway. Haha, ha. All right, I forgot. And as I mentioned in previous videos, whenever you're going to be using stuff, always first unlock it, unsnap it from the grid. I guess I can close that right now. Okay. Yeah. Boom. You know what? We're gonna push this a little bit further this way because we don't know where the road is over here. And this way there's a little bit of this kind of back area. We're gonna put some barrels or something on this 5 feet here, which is gonna look real good. Real good. Okay, so that one fits perfectly. We're not probably gonna be able to replicate that. But this one, it's too wide. Is that a door? Hmm. All right, thinking. So it's too late to move this. I'm now thinking that I would rather shift this closer that way, because the street being right here is actually probably going to be a bit of a deterrent for them. I'm wanting them to fight here. I'm wanting them to feel comfortable fighting here. I might have to DM something about that. We'll see. We're not going to change it now. It's too late. It's not too late, but I don't want to do it, so it's too late. As our model. So now we're comparing this to Mary and the other building. So this building is 2 stories. This building is also 2 stories. It stands to reason it should be of a similar height, if not the same. Mary could fit through that door quite comfortably. And hey, it fits. Okay, it fits. We'll put some trees or something here, I guess. So what it's not too late to do, and I'm not going to edit this out, just skip if y'all don't want to see this, because this is how we fix problems. This is why you don't want to lock something until you're sure. I now have to go through and press L over every single one of these, because I don't want this road here anymore. So we're just clicking, we're taking the L, if you will, as we should have done this correctly the first time. Boom. Out of there. We are going to just extend this. We're actually going to do something. I'm pretty proud of this. This is going to be pretty clever. We're going to unlock this too. We're going to take this. Hey, look. Much better. Much better. I like that a whole lot more. Okay, everything is relocked. Okay, all right. Now we're going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. A little bit closer. Yeah, perfect. I want it to be road, but I don't want it to be too claustrophobic behind the road. Maybe that is better, though. We'll see once all the buildings are there. We can tweak it a little bit. Okay, so this building is going here because where's the door? Yeah, that's perfect. And then there can be this cool little thing looking out over it. So, this one is much taller building. Much taller building. That looks good. This is gonna be cool. Okay, and one thing we have to think about that I've had to learn from this particular group is this is what I was talking about, where there's this weird kind of geometry. Our Owlin friend is going to have trouble. Oh, okay, wait, I can't right click there. Oh, okay. Let's put this, let's lock it and just fiddle with it for a second here. Our Owlin friend, although he would, oh man. I bet he purchased up there. What I'll think if I leave that there, there's no chance he doesn't. So we're gonna do that, and Umbra, if you watch this video and you did perch up there, haha, called it. And if you don't perch up there, I don't know, why didn't you perch up there? It's so cool. All right, so that's perfect there. It's got about the same story height to it. Okay, now another specific thing that we're doing here, if you notice, none of the doors here actually lead to this little crossroads. That is on purpose. I want this to feel secluded. Now, it would probably be better to use this one here, I think. This one doesn't have a door on the bottom level, and I love that about it, so we're gonna put this here. This means I don't have to worry. And this gives more of that, this is a... Okay, we are not nearly crowded enough back here, though, I will say that. Also, that means these buildings are only 15 feet across. Hmm. You know what, we're not going to think about it too much. Make this one bigger. Because that's actually not big enough yet, that's why. Second floor needs to match second floor. Like this one kind of does. It kind of needs a little bit more. Grow. Jeez, grow. Actually, let's grow everything a little bit. That'll make it feel way more crowded. Perfect. Okay, so now this, keep in mind, this is not everything. This is just buildings so far. And it's starting to look like a pretty solid little alleyway here. Right. We're gonna make it, like, I'm not 100% sold myself yet, but I know it's going to look better once we have other props and things. We need to clutter it. That's what's missing here is clutter. And once there's enough people, haha, as well. Oh, let's, you know what? Would one of these buildings fit here? How big to get the right size? Don't like it because it shows that that is inaccurate. However, that one I do like. You know what? You know what I like? We're gonna put one on both sides. What? God, get out of it. There it is. Jumping jelly beans worth of buildings. All right. All right. This will be fine. That'll be fine. Yes, and this now more cluttered. Go figure, right? You add things, it's more cluttered. Wild. Okay. Lock it down. Now that takes care of buildings. So we're gonna look through this bag again here and see if there's anything else we want. We are now at the stage of the game of decorating, which is quite simple. We're just going to open the bags that we have decorations in, see if anything fits. If it doesn't, we delete the bag and move on. So we don't need any more buildings. I don't need railing. Pillars wouldn't make sense in an alleyway. A well would make sense, but not be exactly what I'm looking for here. Possibly use a hay bale. Not this one because it's got the photo bucket thing on it. Not that one because maybe this one, actually, now that I say that. Cart. Hell yeah, we're gonna need some broken down carts in here. Is this chicken eggs? It is. No, we don't need that. Or that's a bathroom. I think that's chicken eggs though. Crane? Probably not. Telephone poles wouldn't exist if they didn't have telephones. Okay. Doors, we don't need doors. We're doing an outside map. Nope, nope, nope. That's, nope, nope. No. Food cart wouldn't be in the alleyway, it would be in the front street, because they would want all the people they can get. A hay cart might be in an alleyway, though. Hey, look, it's more hay. It's that same cart. I could see there being a covered wagon in the... That would also take up a lot of space. I like this idea. I like this idea. Don't need any of that. I bet someone uses it. If I put a ladder in here. Considering that one of our characters already likes to climb buildings. I bet they use the ladder. Ha ha ha! We'll make it easier. Okay, so that was that one. Let's check here. Anything in here we need? Yeah, let's put a mortar on top of one of these buildings. That'll show them. No. All right. Nope, nothing in there. Okay. This is more micro architecture, so this one might actually have something. We'll see. Might even have a texture or two. Or not. Stone fence. We might actually use a stone fence. We could do something neat with that, like around the back here, right? Like to wall it off. Yeah, we're gonna put that in there. Also, I just decided this is actually mud and muck. That's way better. All right. Nothing jumping out and grabbing me. Except for this wall is actually fits a lot better than the fence does. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, I actually can't make that ladder work because where'd it go? Where'd the ladder go? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and fiddle with that. That's too difficult on the side of a building when it's just a prop that doesn't really matter. So. Wrong button. Okay. Change plans. Always ungrid first. Copy that. Much easier. Oh, see, I did it wrong there because I wasn't paying attention to where I pressed Control C, which is why it spawned it in this weird, like, middle of the piece thing. Or I'm an idiot, and that doesn't work for these pieces because their 3D is different. I think I found in live chat, if the question is, man, am I stupid or is everyone else stupid? It's usually me. Don't tell anyone I said that because I would never admit to it. But here we are. Okay, and then one more ought to do it. And they have a nice little yard. That was actually a pretty cool flip. Not even angry. Now they have a nice little yard. At least it would be nice if I could make that close enough. Okay, that's good enough, which is what we're after here. All right, so that was the end of this bag, so we're going to delete that bag. All right, so we've got some props. We've got some things that we think we're going to use. We've got Mary for scale. Right. Man, I think I'm just going to use Mary for scale for the rest of any maps I make, because that's really convenient. All right, why is this hay green? Okay, I'm a little colorblind, but that hay looks way too green, so you're tossed. Okay. Objects, saved objects, map stuff, decorations. By decorations, I mean the regular prop bag. Yay, regular prop bag. We'll do tiny trees later. Or just trees, I guess. It's a big map. We don't need tiny trees. Pull all the bags out of the prop bag. Delete the prop bag. All right, let's just start up here. Civic. Nope. Misk is never. There's never any Misk props we want to use. You got like a Plumbus from Rick and Morty. Got a heart. A Guy Fawkes. You want the Dragon Balls? A grape soda? Like Misk is such a stupid bag. Industrial. We are not an industrialized nation, so we will probably not be using any of these. But let's give it a quick peek-see while we're here. Like they have industry, but not factories. I guess. I don't know. Maybe we are industrialized. There'd be pipes there. Yep, but none of that. Cool. All right. Yard garden we'll do later. Urban commercial. Yeah, let's do that one first. I don't think we're gonna need any of these either. But I've been wrong before, as we just got done talking about. Lots of. I like how there's fake real money and then fake money. Nice underwear. Nope, none of that. Chest sparrows. We know we're gonna use some of these, but those are when we're doing decorations, we want to build logically. So kind of think about it, right? Like in a perfectly clean city that's, just been built like a model city, there's not gonna be trash, right? There's just gonna be buildings, and then there might be trees and rocks, and then there would be trash on top of that in a regular city. So we want to build towards where the stuff that would come afterwards in a perfect world. I did a really bad job explaining that, but y'all are smart, and I bet you got it. And if you didn't, you're still smart. You're smarter than me, that I assure you. So music, nope, none of those. Okay, so we've got our two, but like I just got done saying, we are gonna go ahead and do trees and rocks just to see. I don't think we're gonna put any rocks here. Geology is something that is awesome, but in a city, in a back alleyway, rocks would have just been removed. Makes no sense for them to be there. Similarly, we're gonna do some shrubs, and I'm gonna put a tree in this garden, but we're not gonna be doing a lot of trees. Because there wouldn't be a lot of trees. So let's do trees, shrubs, flowers, and grass. Righty. Let everything error that's gonna error. Okay, so we're looking for a nice tree for the yard and then some shrubs. Or we're not gonna do grass. Grass is a pain in the butt. The reason grass is a pain in the butt, it looks awesome and it works really good. But it doesn't fit. You have to make it so small that it just looks really out of place. Although maybe not that out of place. Nah, that's mud now. It's mud now, Wiggles. It's mud now. We've been over this. A wheat crop. No. Okay, now this is I believe lichen. Starts to be not such a bad idea. Question mark. Oh, I can't make it small enough. Nope, not gonna do it. That's not a shrub. That's a flower. That's a flower. That's a... Aha. A nice little shrub. In the mud. Shrub in the mud. Oh, a little bit of color. You know what I mean? Okay. What kind of tree does this place get? It's a nice place. Solid view. A redwood tree. It's not a redwood tree. Ooh, it has a black gum tree. That's alright. It's not bad. I don't like that I can't make it big enough to make sense without it jabbing into the side of the building. So, conifer? I feel like I can make this one big. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a nice tree. Nice conifer tree. Always lock your trees. Trees are a pain in the butt. Lock your trees. Cinnamon fern, lady fern, western sword fern. There'd be some weeds growing here. We're gonna turn this from western sword fern into stupid little weed that grows out of the mud. Oh, wait. Don't copy it until you unlock the grid, unless you are very specifically making stuff that needs to go on the grid. Now we can put it in the middle. We can put that one a little off center there. Oh, let's put two right next to each other. Happy little bushes. Happy little bushes. And this also kind of implies that that is just a bigger version of these, which it's not. They don't know that. Perfect. Now we've got some shrubbery in our alleyway. Okay. Don't really want to do a whole lot more. You know what? I do want to do a little bit more though. We need something nice, like a perfect. Okay. Now we are going to lock it. Override it. We're actually going to go ahead and make our safety save here. Actually, I'm not, because that means I have to show y'all what the name of it is, and I don't want to do that. Let's see here. That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything yard and garden. I think we're ready to start putting barrels, boxes and shit, which is going to make it a lot nicer. It's going to make it a lot nicer. Ooh, see, this kind of well is tempting. Put that right here. But like over here. I just want to put it here. There, it exists. You all seen it? Okay, that's fine. All right, now these are a pain in the butt. Because to make boxes look right, boxes have to be stacked. People stack things. That's what we do. And unless you find a stack of boxes, you get to stack it yourself to make it look right in tabletop. And it's a pain in the butt. So let's get started. Actually, before we do boxes, let's put carts and hay. Because I really liked this idea of having carts and having hay. But yeah. It's about 8-foot wide cart. We're gonna put it right here. Oh, cart down. Some asshole put their blinkers on and parked in the middle of the alleyway. How rude can you be? Ooh. Oh, you know what's gonna be fun? That I just realized? If you're in the party and you're watching this right now, I've got some exciting news. I just decided to make this fight mandatory by having all the alleyways blocked off by carts. Oh, that's fun. That's exciting. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Okay, this one's gonna be. Yay. Okay. So it's the reason I'm so excited here is that one of the difficult parts, in my opinion, of being a DM is trying to have combat that your players either want to participate in or have to participate in. That's well thought out. It's people tend to choose to not fight, at least in my experience in this game in particular, and in some games too. Like they'll try to talk their way out and things like that, which is good. I want players to have that. There's a time and a place for that. But this situation in particular, they're going to get ambushed. And I say this quietly because Chips is in the room. They're going to get ambushed. And so it's going to be, no, they are choosing to fight you. The aggressor makes the rules here. Yeah, this is going to be neat. Also, I just realized this building is way too far over here. That's better. Okay. Yeah, so, so this is going to be a fun way to have, like, the cart's going to pull up once they all run in here. And then there will be people waiting, and then it will be, yeah, oh, because the other thing, and this is me as a DM looking for ways to kind of swoop on my players a little bit here. The the big spacing here means that they're not going to be able to put uh big AoE spells are not going to work as well. I am trying to talk and think at the same time, and obviously I'm not quite bright enough for that, so we're going to get back to making the map. And we will do it as we go. Okay, so back to crates and barrels. Now that we've done this, you know what? We're going to put one big-ass hay pile right here. It's a secret tool that will help us later. Is that leaned up a little bit? Okay. All right. So the hay bale's there. Everything's locked. Okay. Empty cart. Sure. Empty cart by the hay pile. Someone was carting. Little hand cart. 5 foot across hand cart. That's not quite 5 feet. 5 foot across hand cart. There we go. Why are you stuck? Alright. I like giving the players props. Oftentimes they will actually use them, and it's always fun to me what they decide to use and what not to use. Or like avoid or what not to avoid. So we need barrels. How does this barrel look? A dadgummit, that looks like a barrel. That's perfect. Alright. We got a box. I use this one too much. We're not gonna use it this time. Got another box. Nope. It's got a photo bucket on the side of it. We're not putting the Ark of the Covenant in here. Wicker baskets don't really fit. Ooh, a nice little darker barrel there. Okay. Ooh, that would look snazzy like that. Except people don't traditionally do that. The point of a barrel is that you can roll it. You're stacking it. It's probably empty or on its side, or it rolled there, which is why it's on its side. Okay, moving along. Box is fine. A little brighter than I might want to go for the dark, dingy alleyway, but you know, it's fine. That's a good crate. That's a damn good crate. Ooh, another good crate. You know, chat, it's important to get excited about the little things. Oh my god, I called y'all chat again. Been here. A sealed crate. Sure. Sounds spooky. Don't need shipping containers. Not the vibe. Don't need ammunition. Not the vibe. Or weapons. Okay. How's this look? Oh, we're gonna use that one. We'll use that one. Stack of barrels somewhere. All right, so here are our pieces. Now we highlight everything. We toggle grid on everything. We delete names. Perfect. Now let's get a stack in here. We don't want to crowd it too much, but we do want to have clutter. So next to this hay bale is... See? This is what I mean. Weird-ass geometry. Okay, put that there. Let's put these barrels under here. I like the barrels being under here. We are going to use Mary for scale in a second. Don't y'all worry. Weird-ass geometry. All right, let's get some barrels over here. This barrel is going to be bigger. Big barrel. And that one's going to be covering this little plant. Okay. Sometimes it is okay. A lot of, what's the way to describe this? A lot of people think that random means uniformly distributed. It does not. It is okay to have duos in random distribution. It also kind of makes sense. Maybe these are two similar things and the people are storing them next to each other for a reason. Bigger crate, because cooler crate. We're going to take the same bigger crate, because cooler crate, and put it on top as a smaller crate. Yeah. Let's put these here. Yeah, I like twist them up a little bit. right there. This one can go in the cart. Oh, it can't go in the cart. See, that's some BS right there. That would look so good in the cart. Now what we're going to do is we're going to now labor into the assumption that this one that's actually not going to be able to fit there because that needs to be way taller. Because barrel coming down, Donkey Kong style. Let's get Mary for scale here. Yeah. Well, Mary's not the littlest person in the world, so maybe a little too big here. Barrels are big though. That's important to remember. Like they're very large things. Spaceship barrels. Piece of crap. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. No, that's too much. Too much over there. This one here. I think I'm actually gonna put this over here. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take that. We're gonna put it back. At least one of them. I'm actually going to. I like this box a lot. So we're going to like kind of haphazardly stack these things here. Yeah. See now that's starting to look like an alleyway, right? Like nice and cluttered up. Uh, I could see a fight happening here. There's enough to look at. It's gonna be. I really like the fights where the people I know that the other players are like doing this. They're like turning the map to look at it. I want this to be a map from multiple angles. I want to really utilize the 3D space that tabletop provides us here. So, all right, now that was it for this. There's nothing else I really need to add in terms of uh, props. So let's lock what we got. Let's save what we got. Perfect. Now we need our characters. We need enemies as well. So there's going to be 6 enemies, 5 of which are unique, and one of them which is a duplicate. So let's see. Map stuff, figures. Why is this guy upside down? Weird. First thing we're going to do is we are going to check because the Hero Forge minis that I get for being one of their monthly sub people, these are awesome. And if we can use these, we're going to use these. I know I use them a lot, but hey, people tend to have a few figures that they use a lot, right? Probably not going to use City Watch, possibly though. We're not going to use Merfolk. We might use Pirates, we might use this, but it's unlikely. So, let me pull up the list of which things I need over here real quick. Please, 1 second. Okay, so, start with Sylvan Force figures. Well, that actually might be exactly what we want for. Perhaps we're gonna. So when I'm gonna be doing a lot of figures, we're gonna have a maybe pile. Uh, Before we have a just guaranteed yes pile. Also maybe pile. Okay. Hits. So no guns, so that instantly makes this more difficult. Is that a gun? Nope, that's a knife. Sweet. Sages. What do we got here? Perhaps. Perhaps. No, no, and no. Hey, Dark Carnival sounds spooky. I like that. That's cool looking. We need more with weapons though, chat. That's what we're missing here. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, this is perfect. I actually need this guy. I need two of him. This is the duplicate. That one's in. He wins. This guy might be in. That might be in. Honestly, that one might be in. Good back. I don't really need any of these. Not with what we've got so far. And let's see. I use brigands a lot, but I really like that guy. That guy. I don't think that one's gonna fit though. Okay, so now let's see here. What do we need? We're gonna use Mary for scale in a bit. So yes, because I need homie with the lance. We need two dudes with lances. So, lance it is. All right. Now, looking at my trusty list, next we need homie with a sword and shield. You have a shield? No. You have a spear and a shield. It's not quite the same though. And why is this okay? I don't need a shield, I guess. It's magic technically. But I would feel better if they had one. Ooh, although Eldritch, big Eldritch feels. Big Eldritch feels there. Is the hair. Stylish. Eldritch hair. Okay, and now we need a boss. We need the boss of the group. Might be a good time for him to show. What is on your face? Bro, what have you been eating? Let's see here. Oh, big boss vibes here. Yep, this one. It's the captain's hat that does it. Okay. 4 out of 6. What do we need next? Oh, right. Next we need ranger. So one of the ones with a bow. Let's see what we got here. To be kind of on brand, we'll probably go with that one. And we need more of a rapier. So, I think what we might do is do these two. Because the other one we need has a rapier and does, yeah, a rapier and a hand crossbow, which is more of this style. And that way we're not just like 2 odd ones out. No, it's like 3 and 3, but they're not odd ones out. They're just different. Okay, I like it. We're going to go with those 6 there. So let's see here. Marry for scale. Also remember, first things first. Unlock them. Some of them were locked, some of them were not. Okay. Now, marry for scale means they all need to be a little bit bigger, and some of them need to be a little bit bigger. Mary's not, like I said, Mary's not like short, but Mary's not the tallest. Okay, now we do this front 4 here. Okay, how does this feel in the alleyway? Do they fit on their blocks? They do. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, everybody just... Mary, what are you doing? Mary, you're not supposed to be in there. Okay. That takes care of the NPCs. Now let's get the PCs in here. I don't need games. I need objects. We will have to let Chibs decide on the Lilith because we did not ask her ahead of time. It's not going to be casual Cyrus, that's for sure. All right, so I am going to pause the recording and go get that explanation or the decision on which Lilith will be remaining, you will know for sure because it's going to cut in about 2 seconds to only having one there. Hey, guess what? We have our winner. So, it is this one. Alright, and we got the rest of the party here. Let's get everybody out. Everybody out, everybody out. Come say hello. Alright, now Mary for scale. Which Mary's been gridded this. The other way you can tell is when they have the like here, look, I'll show you. When you are carrying them, see how he's got this kind of like hazy one under him to show where he's gonna land? That means the grid's on. So if you want it to look clean, you turn the grid off. Hate the grid. It's wonderful in certain times, but the fact that everything just starts on it is just a pain in the butt. Alright. So everyone's pretty uniform in needing to grow here. So let's all grow a little bit as a team, as friends, and see who needs minute tweaking. So, it's that. Okay. Seems to be pretty accurate. Umber's a little too big. Lily's way too big. Just the gnome. She's just a wee gnome. Alright, Talio's fine. Talio's a little big too. Lilith, small. Too much. Cyrus and Langhorn are appropriately bigger than everybody else. Let's see who's bigger though. Cyrus is bigger. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So, Mary's out. Crew is in now. Sometimes what I will do is I will put these where everybody is. I'm not going to do that this time. And put these on everybody's spot. I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to set up this particular scene. So, they're going to come in through this way. Rush down here. And here they will find... Oh, we're also going to do something fun. Actually, yeah, let's do that first. Well, not first, but at the same time. So this is the leader. We talked about that. That's the leader. Okay. This guy's going to be back here. Hiding in a bush. Hi. This one's going to be waiting by this cart right here. And this one's going to be assistant. Now, what we're going to do, this is a fun trick you can do. I don't think I explained this one last time. You won't, because allow me to start with where we're gonna start. I'm gonna let the players pick their spots here because they're gonna choose their marching orders. So what I want is I want them to pick their spots with the least amount of information possible for a player to have. The character would see this. This is all the character would see. So possibly this back here, definitely nothing over there. But the player would do this and see everything. So what we're gonna do is we're going to toggle, and this one here is hide face down. And we're going to toggle that for all of these. What? Weird. I didn't realize it did it. Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Okay, so now it doesn't look any different to us, right? But that's because we're the DM. I'll show y'all what this looks like. If we were pink, everything's gone. And this way they can be there, and I don't have to, like, you know, awkwardly get everything out during the session. Very fun trick. Very fun trick. Okay. We're gonna say that he's hiding behind these two buildings. That's why he's there. Okay. So now we're just going to set the party up right here and have them pick their marching order when it's time. Okay. This character is fine that they yeah, this one's gonna be waiting. Waiting by the hay bale, right here. Okay, so this is it. This is it. It's done. The map is done. The map is ready. So what we're going to do is the last thing that we always do here is we do not games, we do objects, saved objects, map stuff, and we do the thumbnail. We're going to turn it and shrink it. Right about there should be fine so that we can zoom in here. Now, check this out. Boom, big old question mark there. All right, so that was us making this map from this session tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. And yeah, I hope D&D goes well. If it's a surprise or if not, I hope it's fun. Bye, everybody. I will see y'all next time.